What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. Kind of wanted to go over this whole recap with a clear mind, just a little bit more. To go in depth with everything, because I know everyone is going to be in panic mode because of how this offense played today. But at the same time, you got to put a few things into factor. Number one, they're only running 10 to 15% of their playbook. Number two, Alshon Jeffrey it was his first time on the field against another opponent. Okay, and there's only so much he could do with how many reps they had. I understand they were in a few plays, but a few series or whatnot. But he didn't play very long. Okay, they didn't want him to play very long, so I understand that 100%. Um, Number three, we didn't have our starting offensive line in there to see what this offense is fully capable of doing. To have Chance Warmack and Matt Tobin, especially Matt Tobin, I fucking hate him the most. you know, Matt Tobin is not going to do it. Taylor Hart's not going to do it. Guys like Wisniewski, guys like Holly Vadi Vaitai is going to do it. Lane Johnson was moved into the left tackle spot, and he hasn't really played left tackle the past. I don't know how many reps he's had this week at left tackle. Um, I have no idea. That part I cannot tell you, but at the same time, um, it's you can't hit the panic button for this offense yet. Especially you. You can have your best two tackles on the team in the lineup that they weren't even there in the lineup, and then you got some other guys coming in, and then Isaac Samalo came in on that last drive when they were doing the no hurry offense, and they were kind of lighting it up. Um, you know, I wouldn't be in panic mode. Okay, look how good we did. Look how good we did in preseason last year, and then look how the season turned out to be during the whole like after that Steelers game. It was fucking over. It was pretty much over. The fucking season was done. Um, we had high hopes, but it was too much. It was too much happened. But I don't take this too much into account. I really don't. I don't think they should run. I don't think with the offensive line that was on the field, we couldn't run up the middle with Blunt at all because I don't trust Matt Tobin or Chance Warmack at this point in time, blocking for us and opening holes for us. No, not at all against the first team Bills defensive line. No, probably not. But at the same time, you can't really think that way. There's too much into effect. When it's a preseason game, especially the second game, because you can look at other games of the other teams that you're facing. They don't look in preseason. They don't watch. They know the personnel, but they don't watch. They don't watch. They don't scheme against the opposing team for a preseason game. They just face each other and literally they just run the plays that they run in camp, and that's it. That's how they do it. That's not. They don't scheme against them. They don't say. They don't flip flop guys. This is a time for evaluation of our players. It's all evaluation. That's all it is, and it's not. Don't press the panic button on this offense because it's fine. We will be 100% totally fine. Okay, we've upgraded our offense massively, and it's you cannot press the panic button right now. I don't think we're going to be pressing the panic button at all. This offense will be fine. Technically, technically as of right now, we've with the full starters, which I don't even count our full stars even playing in this game, but to count that how many they've played a quarter and literally not even a half. They've probably played maybe a quarter and a half, maybe a little bit less. Quarter and a half of football against another team. Now you got to think of it that way. I know LeGarrette Blount fumbled the ball, but I ain't worried about that. Could have been anything if that happened. I know the play calling will be a lot different. They're just running plays. They're just running plays. It's not. They don't. It's not like that. Our offense It's not like Doug Peterson or Frank Reich's like, oh yeah, to run it to that side because that guy's a replacement or that. They're just running plays. This is the evaluation process. That's how it's all coming. That's how it's all going. Can't take it seriously. Cannot take it seriously at all. It's just there's no point. Um, Defense did a hell of a job, but but I really want to stress about this offense, and there's nothing to stress about. We make mistakes, bumps and bruises here and there, and honestly, the penalties fucking killed us. It didn't help with what we were doing either. The whole entire game, 85 yards on penalties was way too much. Um, Alshon Jeffrey was in for the first time in a while. They didn't even pass to Torrey Smith. Um, you know, it's just all crazy right now. But just give it time. They're actually going to practice against it Monday and Tuesday. They're going to practice against the Miami Dolphins. So that should. So when you practice against your own players in camp too, you get to know the players and what they do, and they're not different people you're facing. You're facing the same people from your own team, and you know how they think. You know what moves they do. You know your opponent well when you're on the same team. But when a new jersey comes into town, like the Miami Dolphins, you could do a lot more shit. There's more competition. Guys are going to get better. Both teams are going to get better. They're going to get a lot of reps. The quarterbacks are not going to get hit because that's what they don't allow quarterbacks to get hit during these joint practices before they face off with each other. So Miami Dolphins Monday and Tuesday, and that's how it goes. But I wouldn't, don't go jumping off a bridge because the offense didn't do what we need them to do. I think that last drive they were really on fire. That high tempo offense, they were really on fire. Um, it's just they still haven't had enough reps against other teams yet. We didn't have our starting offensive line. Lane Johnson moved to left tackle and he looked totally god awful. And I know he's not going to be like that during the season because he's not like that. He's one of the best right tackles in football. So, and Jason Peters was out because of personal reasons, which is fine. I don't expect Jason Peters to play anyway. He shouldn't even play. The guy could play. He doesn't even need the reps. You understand? But I understand that they should all be in the game. But for what we had. As soon as I saw the roster come up with all their face pictures on the bottom of the screen of the starting lineup for the offensive line, I was like, fuck, man, this is not gonna be good. I already knew for a fact as soon as I saw it wasn't gonna be good. But just relax. There's nothing to worry about. Our offense will be fine. And then once that first game comes around, I'm gonna say to everybody, I told you so. Give the guys time. You know, everybody's not in their spots that they should be. Brandon Brooks, I think he was on the sideline as well. He's been injured. Holly Pooley Vaitai. Matt Tobin wouldn't even be in, but Holly Pooley Vaitai, the right tackle, is not, was hurt. So he didn't play yesterday. They didn't dress him, and that's fine. I'd rather keep everybody healthy for week one. Let them get some reps. It is what it is. So, that's all I got to say, guys. Just keep your cool, keep your hat on, and we'll see what happens down the road. But that offense will be fine, so just don't worry about it. All right, fly goes fly. Gonna get some sleep. See you guys later.